Welcome to another episode of Leap into Livestream, the podcast that helps brands, influencers, and entrepreneurs master the art of live social shopping. I'm your host, Dawn Chubai, and today we're talking about something that is blowing my mind, the fact that there are still so many Shopify brands that are leaving money on the table by ignoring live stream shopping. Let's remember, Shopify powers 1.5 million stores. That's just in the US alone. And while brands, of course, love its ecosystem of apps, automation, tools, integrations, there is the one game-changing feature that is shockingly underutilized. We're talking about live shopping. So if you are running a Shopify store, here's the question I have for you. Why are you making your customers do all of the work when you could be bringing a real-time, very authentic live shopping experience directly to them and in real time, right? Like bringing your store, especially if it's direct to consumer without a storefront, to them anywhere in the world. It's not just a trend. You've heard me talk about it as the future of retail. Kids, the future is here. It is a conversion boosting machine. And yet some of the biggest US Shopify brands do not have live shopping enabled, and even less in the smaller brands who have exactly the same access to tools and strategy. That is a huge missed opportunity. I want to talk numbers because I know all of you want the real data. This isn't Dawn saying this. Well, I'm saying it, but I didn't gather it. It's Coresight, McKinsey & Co., all of those reputable research firms. We talk about the conversion rates with live shopping, boosting rates up to 10 times or 30% more than static product pages, what you normally have on your Shopify store. It drives real-time engagement, which is why we see the higher conversion rates, building brand loyalty and also shortening the sales cycle by combining content and commerce and driving sales while people are watching the show. That's why you see an average order value higher than normal, that AOV. Fewer returns, according to Coresight, 40% less than traditional e-commerce. And that's because of that interactive nature of live selling, that advocacy that you're able to offer. The best part is that Shopify makes it ridiculously easy to install and launch a live shopping app, literally in minutes. So why are so many brands missing out on this live shopping revolution? Why are they sitting on the sidelines and hesitating? Honestly, I think that they believe it's complicated. The integration of a live shopping app to their website, I have to tell you, it's so easy. I mean, all of them, no matter which one you use, you just go on the left-hand side of your Shopify where it says apps, and there are dozens of them. I think probably one of the things that might be more of the issue is that it's like, which one do I choose? Don't worry, I can help you with that. They also don't know how to host engaging live shopping events. This is why it's important to pick the right host or hosts and to have a strategy. I mean, obviously you can just go live, but can you really expect great results from that? You need a strategy, a run of show flow, story selling. You need to understand sales psychology. And then once you get all that down pat, in addition to your product knowledge and your cadence with your co-host, then you get to have the fun. But the work happens on the front end. I probably think that some brands don't realize their customers want it. But let me tell you, if your customers are engaging with your brand on social media, they already want it. They're watching live content that you put out there daily on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. All you're doing is making that content shoppable. Yes, sometimes we think it's like QVC style, but honestly, the style is uniquely yours. And that's what I help brands navigate. More on that in just a second. Live shopping obviously isn't just about if your audience is interested, it's about whether you're going to give them something they already crave. That's the important thing to note. We often call that the news you can use. So I want to talk about the brands that are not using live shopping. And this is kind of a jaw-dropping reality check. We looked at the top 10 Shopify brands in the US that are not using live shopping. Some of these brands, I will say, have experimented in the past. Maybe they tried it in the early days. By the way, we're still early, but in the early days. And they probably had this idea of what it was going to bring them. Maybe they had a past experience in home shopping and thought it was going to be like mind-blowing. You have to be patient. You have to understand this is an evolving strategy. And if you don't make it a regular strategy, looking at the data, improving upon, pivoting, and finding your own secret sauce and ways of doing it, you're making a mistake. You're dropping off too early. It's easy to get on board. You got to be patient. Here's the thing, customers are shifting toward interactive real-time shopping experiences. I'm not making this up. It's what's happening. The brands that adapt will win. The brands that don't, they will continue to struggle to keep up as social commerce continues to evolve. That train, my friends, is going. Are you going to get on it? So here's how you can get started fast. If you are a Shopify brand, here's what you can do right now. First, subscribe. Please subscribe to the Leap into Livestream podcast. I create this content for free. I just want you to subscribe so more people can see it and so you never miss episodes. So do that. And now let me help you. You're going to pick a live shopping app that integrates with your Shopify. There are many, many, many out there. Just pick one that fits your business needs. There's different pathways to purchase, sometimes trigger words, sometimes pushing a button. If you need help, that's what I do. Start simple. You do not need a full-blown presentation. You can, but you don't need to. You need a smartphone, good lighting, strong strategy. That's enough to test the waters. I'm emphasizing strategy. Create a compelling offer. We want to give your audience a reason to show up live. Exclusive discounts, product drop, behind the scenes experience. You want to promote it ahead of time. That's the number one question I get is how do we get people to watch? Your live event is not a build it and they will come experience. You have to promote it. Think if you had a brick and mortar store, how would you get them in the store? You would tell people on your newsletter. You would put up flyers. We're not going to put up flyers. I know this is the digital age, but think of using your email, your social media, your SMS, word of mouth, your influencers, ambassadors. You want to drive attendance. And then you want to engage in real time. You want to answer questions, build that trust. You want to sell, story selling. You want to answer the questions in real time, create urgency with that limited time offer to drive action. And by the way, there are several ways to formulate a call to action. Again, there are many ways to do it, which means you have to put some thought into it. It's not just buy now. If you're listening to this or watching this and you're thinking, okay, Dawn, I get it. I think I'm interested or I need to get into this, but I have no idea where to start. I got you. This is what I do. I specialize in helping brands and creators capitalize on this shift, turning views and engagement into revenue, from clicks to sales through connection, performance-driven live and video commerce strategies, both on social media platforms and your own Shopify-powered website. Now, if you're worried about missing out on the next big thing that's revolutionizing, get it out there, revolutionizing online retail, I want you to drop me a message on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. It doesn't matter. I'm at Dawn Chubai everywhere. You can also find me on my website, dawnchubai.com. And I want to work on a strategy that works for you. And I want to work with you. This is a done with you solution. I hold your hand every step of the way. That is it for today's episode of Leap into Livestream. If you found this information valuable or interesting, please, please, please subscribe, maybe share with your friends, maybe comment on this episode. And again, if you have a fellow Shopify business owner who you think could benefit from this information, feel free to let them know to subscribe to the Leap into Livestream podcast. Until next time, stop leaving money on the table and start thinking about how you can make live social shopping work for you.